Hey y'all! We are going to open a Colors de Carol swatch package. I'm super excited to get into this one. This collection launches on Thursday the 15th, so I'm really excited to get in and show y'all this. You'll get some super sneaky peeks and you'll be ready to make your shopping list. I'm going to send this to our broadcasting channel really quick, so we can let everyone know there that we are live. I also feel weird. I'm gonna lift my chair just a little bit to block that glare. Nope, didn't work. It's as tall as it goes. Okay, it is what it is. I'm in a different chair than normal. It's also very weird. I don't have arms on my chair. Hello, Carolina. First thing, happy anniversary, y'all. It is Colors de Carol's 13th year as an indie brand. I am so happy that Carolina and her beautiful polishes have been created and been here for this long. Oh, thanks. I printed off a thing earlier and apparently left it on the printer. Thank you. Hello, Jen. So yes, I'm super excited Carolina and her brand has been around this long and she makes gorgeous stuff, and that now I get to help be a teeny tiny part of the brand and show her gorgeous polishes off to all of y'all. So yes, everyone wish Carolina and Colors de Carol a happy anniversary, especially if you watch the replay here or over on YouTube. Leave a comment so Carolina can see all of the love and how many people really love her brand and her. And with all that being said, let's get into this package and see what she's got up her sleeve for this week. Now, this is not the anniversary collection. It is coming out a little bit later. Carolina's taking a lot of time and putting a ton of love and intention into that collection, so stay tuned for the anniversary collection. Tonight, we do have two collections. We have Written in Petals collection and the new Winter 2026 Crellies. Hello, Hoopty. So I'm excited to see them. I haven't seen them. I've seen the information and what have you, but I haven't seen these polishes yet, so I'm very excited to show them off to you. Jen says 13 years is such a huge feat. Congratulations, Carolina. Yes, it's such a big deal. Really, everyone needs to make sure Carolina feels the love, because it is a huge deal to do 13 years and keep going strong, baby. Hi, Laura. All right, first off, ooh, I like these rubber bands. I will be reusing these along with the bubble wrap. This is, ooh, y'all, this is so sparkly. I feel like I'm really far back, but I think it's just the chair. It's just, I don't know. I'm not used to this chair, and I will not be keeping this chair. Well, okay, wait, I own this chair. This is what's usually at my vanity, but my normal chair is 9 years old, almost 10 years old, and it's pleather and it's cracked and wearing, so I had the bright idea to paint it with leather paint, which I think has worked properly, but I have to let it set after I put on the top coat for like 48 hours before I can use it, so it's just on the other side of my camera setting. So hopefully tomorrow morning I will be able to use that chair again. Hello, Mama. So for now we have this one with no arm, and I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like something's off. Like I'm not as close as I usually am, and like I'm a weird height. I don't know. I don't love it. But I do love this sparkly pink, y'all. Look at this. This is La Vie en Rose. Probably said that wrong, but it is a gorgeous sparkly pink metallic. I'm just making sure we're not like a magnetic, because y'all know I miss the magnet labels lately. Hello, Frida. Hi, Mama Cherry. Yes, this is super sparkly. I feel like it's showing more. There we go. That feels closer to the actual color there. Very pretty. I'm excited to see how that is out of the bottle. More rubber bands. I'm definitely like, y'all, I'm not kidding. We're going to save those. We use a lot of rubber bands wrapping up cables and controllers and such, so those will get reused for sure. This one is Hearts in Bloom, and it is another pretty pink. This one has kind of like a pink cream base to it, and then it has a larger particle shimmer. I'm seeing gold and orange perhaps to it. It's very sparkly. Again, that's better to the color of it. Hey, Nails by Mama Plume. Welcome. Making sure there's only one magnet in the collection. Okay, I'm just making sure. Lately, Hi Cats of Aberdeen. Hopefully I said that right. Lately, I just like get so excited about the polish that I don't read the label, and then like 10 minutes later, I realized that it was a magnetic. So trying to be very intentional with the labels tonight so I don't do that. And I do know that there is a magnetic in here, so I'm just Just making sure we don't mess things up tonight. Ooh, y'all, we have a Crellie. You know I love a Crellie. Carolina makes amazing Crellies. This is Between Heartbeats. Also, I don't think I've shown y'all, the bottom labels have roses on them. They're really cute, and they're different colors too. I'll show them closer. But this is a beautiful white Crellie base, and we have red, I see red squares, and pink shreds, and red hearts. And then there's like a color shifting shimmer. I think you can see it right here just at the edge of the bottle. Very cute. I love the hearts. I'm hoping we can get some hearts out. We should be able to, because Carolina typically does load her stuff up to make those larger glitters easier to get out. Very excited for that one. Y'all, I feel like out of breath. Not sure why. Okay, what do we have next? Next is Softly Yours, and this is our magnetic. Again, all 4 of these are from the Written in Petals collection. Everything I'm showing you tonight launches on January 15th at 9 a.m. Eastern on Colors to Carol's website. So this one is Softly Yours. It looks like it is a silver metallic magnetic with some maybe pinky to gold shimmer there. I'm going to grab our magnet so we can see. Ooh, look at that beautiful magnetic line. It's very like pearlescent. Ooh, it almost has a two-tone to it. This is really pretty. It kind of makes that base look just a tiny bit smoky, and then you get that gorgeous silver line. And you can see the shimmer there. This is really, really pretty, and I feel like that shimmer plays perfectly with the pinks in the collection, so everyone vibes together. This is really pretty. Definitely excited to see that one out and in the velvet stage too. My mom said pretty. Jen says love to the Crellie, and then she said, ooh, that's different from the magnetic. Yes, it's really different. I'm excited to play with that one. I love a unique polish. Speaking of unique polishes, so this is the Soft Reset Winter Crellies collection. This one is Purpose. And this is a beautiful blue base. It's coming off a little bit more green on camera, but it's definitely a blue base. And we have purple glitters, pink shreds. It looks like hollow micro shreds, little purple glitters. There's a whole mix of stuff in here. It's really cute, very springy-esque. My mom says, love that shimmer in the magnetic. All right, this definitely has hollow shreds in it, so I'm going to get out the flash. There you go. You can see those little hollow rainbows twinkle in there. Very cute. Again, I mentioned earlier, Colors to Carol makes amazing Crellies, so I have no doubt that these are going to be fantastic. Ooh, we have a light pink. This is Clarity. It is a pale pink. We've got pink, light pink, hot pink glitters, as well as blue hollow glitters in here. Again, very springy and fun. I think the glitters are going to pick up way better on the back camera, but here it is with flash, because those blue glitters definitely hollow to them, and I feel like we have some micro hollow glitters in there too. Cute. Next. Ooh, okay. We have this is Unfold. It is a white Crellie base again, and then this has, it looks like blue metallic shreds. We have gold metallic shreds, and then some like royal blue glitters. I'm not sure if there's any hollow in this one. I will grab the flash so we can see. This is really interesting. I feel like this would go really well with her Father's Day collection that she did last year in June. I believe that was June, May, June. I think it was June. It just has kind of the similar colors. I'm not sure if there's hollow. I feel like definitely sparkle because we have the metallics in there and then glitters, but I'm not sure if it's hollow. Of course, we'll read the full descriptions when we flip around. Very fun. Next up. Oh, okay, this is a topper. This is, oh boy, y'all, she loves to say things I can't say. Oh, huh. Okay, so to be fair, hi, Crystal. I will show this better. The C looked like an O, and I was like, what does that say? Y'all, it just says balance. I can say balance, but the C looked like an O, and I was like, blown. Y'all, I didn't even know. But this is balance. It is a topper. It looks like obviously we're in a clear base. We've got some settling here. Thank you, post office. This is a clear base with some iridescent glitters of all shapes and sizes. I think I even see square iridescence. Then we have gold and white snowflakes, maybe silver snowflakes with hollow. Y'all, this is really cute. Hi, Shamrock in 22. Welcome in. This is really, really fun. I'm excited to see it on top of some of the other polishes. Here it is with the flashlight because it definitely has hollow. Hello, Monica. Miss Crystal, how are you feeling today? Have we started more solid and hot foods? This is so pretty, y'all. I'm very excited to see this. Again, it is a topper, so we can use it on its own or on top of some of these other polishes, which we will do. And what do we have next? A pink. This is a more medium tone pink. I'm going to put it next to the other one so you can see the difference. And this one is called Manifest. It is a pink shimmery base. I see gold and white glitters in here for sure. And then it definitely has this like pinky shimmer. There you go. You can see it just a little bit right there. And then again, I do think some of our, ooh, there's some darker pink glitters too. I didn't see those. Let me put the flash on here because I do think we have some more hollow in here too. Crystal says, I'm great. Yeah, dentist checkup was today. She said all healed, no restrictions. That's awesome. I'm so glad that it's all good and you can go back to doing your thing the way you want to. So if you're all good, what's for dinner tonight? Because I'm sure you're cooking dinner. I always interrupt dinner time. Last thing in our package, I believe there is a cuticle oil part of the Written Petals collection. Hi, Liz. Welcome, welcome. So this is really cute, y'all. It's like wrapped like a little piece of candy, and then it's got a heart sticker on here. I'll almost hate to unwrap it, but I've also never been that person who saves wrapping paper. I'm like, just give me it. So we're going in. Parmesan chicken, baby potatoes, and carrots. That sounds yummy. One day I'm going to show up to your house for dinner. You'll just be so unexpected, but I know dinner's at 6 o'clock at your house. My mom says, love that shade of pink. Yes, that light pink curly is really pretty. Oops. Okay, hold on. I thought I could just like pull it out, except for that's the cap end. All right, we got to unwrap a little bit more. Almost there. There we go. All right, it is called Love Notes. Of course, it is their Nourishing Cuticle Oil in a, I believe this is a 2 milliliter, 3 milliliter thingy, click pen. I'm going to use it because A, I really could use it, and B, I want to see what it smells like. So we're just going to twist it up until we get it all the way up there and primed. Hopefully we don't shoot it across the room. Been there, done that. I don't know why I feel like it's going to pop out of here like a Jack-in-the-Box. Almost. So close. There we go. All right. I'm definitely going to throw it on because I've been cleaning consoles and controllers for the last few hours. I lost a peely. Y'all, my peelies never survive when I'm cleaning down there. Although I am surprised that, I mean, out of, you can't see my thumb, out of 10, I only lost one. Ooh, y'all, I can already smell that. It smells amazing. Hello, Melanonia. Oh boy, I butchered that. Do we have a government name in our account here? We do not. Well, welcome in. Melanonian is what I'm reading your handle as. Please correct me or let me know your government name or whatever you want me to call you by, because I will totally do that. Crystal says, come on over, man. One day it's going to happen. I'm just going to show up at dinner time. Okay, y'all, this smells really good. It is sweet and maybe a little bit cinnamon. Like I'm like my brain says snickerdoodles. Oh, I did get it right. Sweet. Thank you. I'm horrible at pronouncing things, which you will definitely soon learn. Or maybe I'm just bad at reading things. I mean, I did just try to read balance with an O in it, so you never know. Hello, Miss Melissa. How are we doing tonight? Okay. I felt like we were very sweet at first. I felt like it had some sort of spicy. Like I said, I felt like snickerdoodle cookie was kind of the vibe, but it's kind of toned down already. And it's just soft and sweet now. Again, it's called Love Notes. Oh, I have the description on the pin. So, I did not even realize that. My brain thought that was ingredients, but the ingredients are on her actual label. I don't know, y'all. It is hibiscus, sugared berries, sandalwood, zucchini bread, nutmeg, and cinnamon. Okay, so I got the sugared berries. That's probably where the sweetness came from. The zucchini bread, nutmeg, and cinnamon is why I thought snickerdoodles. But it has already like toned down to just being like a sugary scent. It is definitely a mellow scent. I'm very grateful I don't suffer from scent-induced headaches, thankfully. But if you did, I would say this one might be a safe bet to try if you wanted to try scented things, because it did have that scent initially. Like in the pen form, it's there. It is sweet. It is cinnamony. You get the nutmeg. But then after just a few seconds, really, it's kind of died down and balanced out really nicely to the point where I'm kind of having to really smell it to smell it. So I think this one would be a nice one if you're wanting something scented, but that's not super duper strong or lasting. That's going to like hurt you. Does that make sense? It's really nice. I do enjoy the scent. I'm definitely going to be using this. It is a bakery sweet scent. I don't get hibiscus or sandalwood personally, which I don't mind not getting sandalwood. I don't really know what hibiscus smells like. Strangely enough, we have hibiscus bushes here at the new house. When we bought the house, everything was like in dormant stage. So I just thought we had these like green bushes in the backyard. And then randomly in like July, they started popping up pink hibiscus and white flowers. So that's a thing. I've never smelled them, so I don't know what they smell like. But this smells really good. So if you like bakery scents or sweet scents and something subtle, this one's a good one to try. The oil is going to be $5.50 on its own. Wiz says, I got my PR box yesterday and she loves the scent. Yes, I'm excited to see your swatches. All right, so everything is open. Like I said, everything releases Thursday, January 15th at 9 a.m. Eastern. The Written in Petals collection is going to be $13.50 a piece or $52 for the 4-piece set, ? I don't know if the oil comes in the set. I know you can buy the oil for $5.50 on its own. I would assume it is sold separately. I'm sure Carolina will correct me down below, and then I will write that on our info sheet as well. And then the Winter Crellies, there's 5 of those. It's 4 Crellies and the topper. They're $13 each or $63 for the set. And they are limited edition, y'all. She is only doing 1 batch of the Winter Crellies. So definitely make sure you snag those if you're interested in them. Carolina says, we use a light scent concentration that is not overpowering. Yes, that's the perfect way to describe it. Like, it's there, it exists, I can smell it, but it's not super duper strong, which is really nice for those who do suffer from a scented induced headaches and migraines. So oil can be purchased separately. Okay, so if you want the set of Written in Petals collection, it is a 4-piece set for $52, and then you can add on the oil for $5.50. So I think that is the stuff. I have that all written down for y'all. So I'm going to flip you over and we're going to get into these. All right, flipping you, scooching you down, zooming you in a little bit. And then I want to add that I wrote Winter Crellies because I grabbed that from the Facebook group, but it is also known as the Soft Reset collection. So I'm just going to write that on here really quick, y'all. So that way if you go shopping and it's listed one way or the other, you have your information. All right, so if anybody wants to screenshot, here is all the things we're going to show off tonight. We've got the Written in Petals collection and the Winter Crellies Soft Reset collection. They all launched January 15th, 9 a.m. Eastern. You have your prices. And then if you use that code Chelsea, you do get 10% off. It is not an affiliate code. I do not earn anything, no commission, no nothing. It's just a nice little discount that y'all get for watching my lives and my YouTube. So there's that. Hello, Becky. And with that being said, we're going to get into this. I am going to start with the Written in Petals collection just because that's what I wrote down first. And then we'll go from there. I do think I'm going to go with our magnetic first so we can do it and then get all of our stuff for magnetics out of the way. So we have Softly Yours. I just realized I didn't put my info sheet where I could actually read it. Softly Yours is an off-white. Well, now I'm confused. Why does this always happen to me? No, okay. Sorry, I read Crelly base, and this didn't look Crelly to me. It looked more sheer, but I am seeing the white here now. Okay, we're good. It's an off-white Crelly with orange, gold, fuchsia shifting Aurora shimmer with silver magnetic effect. And you can see that shift. You can see all three colors there. And then it is a magnetic. If I can get my magnet off my desk here. Carolyn says, yes, it's right. Yes, it is. I just, when I read Crelly, my brain didn't align with that because it looked more clear to me, but I definitely see the Crelly base in there. So that was me. That was a me problem. All right, so here it is with the magnetic pull. It is harder to see. Okay, you can see it a bit there because the air bubble, though, just plays with it. Very pretty. Very excited to see this on a swatch stick. So that's what we're going to do. I've got my glamour gear here and my swatch sticks. And we're going to do it with a bar magnet as well as velvet. So you can see both ways. I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit so you can see what's happening. Okay, I need to scoot everything around here. All right, there's our velvet. There's our bar magnet. I think you can see that okay. I know the comments cover it up just a little bit. You know what? I just said that and I'm like, you know what? I don't want the comments to cover it for y'all. Okay. All right, but cool. So let's do our first coat of Softly Yours. We're going to go on to the bar magnet first. I'm also going to turn on my air filter. Maybe. There we go. All right, first coat going on. Reminder, we are on a clear swatch stick, so that has an effect on the opacity. Here she is, unmagnetized really quickly. You can see that gorgeous line that just happened instantly there. I think this could be really pretty as a topper over some things too. If you did one coat of it over, you know, different base colors, I bet it'd be really pretty over a brown. Some of the brown Crellies from the, y'all have already forgotten the name of the collection. There were 3 beautiful brown creams and a flaky topper in it. They had hot cocoa pictures on the bottom. Yeah, my brain's not working. It was a soft focus collection, I believe, right? All right, there it is down in velvet. Melonia, I keep feeling like I'm saying your name wrong. It would have details on the air filter, like a HEPA filter. To be honest, I really should have done more research on it. I can't tell you if it's HEPA or what. It is an air purifier that I bought at IKEA. It sits on my desk, and I actually only remembered to purchase it. Well, I didn't remember. I only thought to purchase one when I realized that my dog, Waffles, sits in my office with me every day while I swatch. And I was like, that's probably not good for him. So it does have a filter that I do change out. It lets me know when I need to change it out. It has 3 settings on it. And it's just, you know, I don't know, it's a decent size. I have personally noticed a difference in how strong nail polish smells in my office when I'm using it. So if you want, I'll send you a link to it. I think it's decent. I can't say that it's like the world's best thing ever and, you know, the highest quality. So, but I can send you a link to the one I did purchase, and if you want to look into it more, you're welcome to. All right, so here is our first coat of Softly Yours. It obviously is a white Crelly base. You can see that on the clear swatch stick. We are quite thin on that first coat, but I bet the second coat will beef it up a lot. You can see that beautiful silver line. And then, of course, we have the orange, gold, fuchsia, green shifting Aurora shimmer in there. Very pretty. Melanonia says, I've never thought about a filter. Thanks. I was trying to avoid fans. Yes, having any form of airflow movement is, you know, a pain in the butt when you're painting and stuff because it sets things too quick and whatnot. Hello, Ella Fitcroft. Welcome in. So yes, this doesn't really, I mean, it does have a little bit of airflow at the side because it sucks in air and then pushes it back out the sides, but not like noticeably so. It's never messed up any of my swatches or anything. Here is the first coat, Velvet. Y'all know I love a good Velvet mani. The second coat I'm sure is going to be spectacular of this. But yeah, I think this filter does pretty good. You can replace the filters inside of it. They come in, I believe, 2 packs at IKEA. And it even has like a light that tells you when it's time to change it. So, and y'all, I've changed that filter and it's been dirty. So it definitely does something. This is beautiful. Again, still pretty thin on one coat, but I think the second coat is going to do great, especially on the velvet effect there. So pretty. Okay, I am going to do the second coat here so we can finish with the magnet and get the gear out of our way like we have been doing. Hopefully y'all are still okay with that. I think it works perfect for me, so I have some more working room and I'm not bumping into the magnet and all that stuff the whole time. So here is our second coat of our magnetic polish, Softly Yours, as part of the Written in Petals collection. Here it is, unmagnetized, y'all. It's beautiful. If you are new here, I'm a big believer in not magnetizing a polish if you like it the way it is. Actually, I have started personally doing my pinky with swatches unmagnetized so you can see it comparatively. I'm wearing a magnet right now. I usually have a glass bead on my index. I do still have it on my thumb, but you know, my index peely popped. But I have been showing things unmagnetized. Also, do we see this gorgeous, gorgeous line in here? It's beautiful. Jen said, wow, yes, this one is a stunner, magnetic and regular. Gorgeous. I still feel like you could totally use this as a topper if you wanted as well. Again, here it is, really quickly unmagnetized. I love the way the shimmer really pops on that. Also, I definitely have polish on my finger, so it's an official live. All right. And I was just gonna like give y'all a bottle shot, but we're not there yet. We are not there yet. I feel rusty. Like, I know I did a live with y'all last week and that hasn't been that long, but I feel rusty and like I don't know what I'm doing here. Jen says, yes, I like it unmagnetized mostly, actually. Yes, I think it's going to be gorgeous unmagnetized. I mean, I think it's going to be gorgeous always, honestly. Ooh, and it is really, really pretty magnetized. I love that silver kind of glows against the base. As far as opacity goes, it's okay. And two, if you have a very strong visible nail line or you wear clear tips, you may want to do a third coat or just a blurring base coat. I obviously have some shorties, so I think it'll be fine on me. And again, doing it on your natural nail versus a clear swatch stick is going to have a difference too. But look at that beautiful line and then that Aurora shimmer in there. She's a stunner, y'all. Jen said, then Velvet is her second favorite, which we will show that off. Let me pop that back down. And here is our second coat, Velvet of Softly Yours. And yes, it's beautiful that way. I can only imagine what the glass bead effect is going to look like with this one. Super pretty. Again, for your opacity, I always feel like velvet has more an opacity level. I don't know why those words felt weird coming out of my mouth, but I just feel like it seems more opaque than the bar because it's so concentrated with all that magnetic pigment in the middle. But it's beautiful. All right, let me zoom y'all out just a little bit and we will get a label shot for those who like to screenshot their shopping list. So this was our 2 coats of Softly Yours from the Written in Petals collection. You've got the velvet on top and the bar magnet on bottom. This is really, really pretty. Ooh, look at the shimmer. Can't help myself, y'all. All right, gorgeous. So that is the magnetic from our Written in Petals collection. Again, everything I'm showing you tonight launches on Thursday, January 15th at 9 a.m. Eastern. The Written in Petals collection, which is a 4-piece collection, is going to be $13.50 each or $52 for the set, and you can buy the matching oil, which again was Love Notes, for $5.50 to go along with it. I'm going to get out our swatch wheel here to continue. Next, what are we doing next? Next, we're going to go with Between Heartbeats, which is our Crellie from the collection. super, super pretty, y'all. This is a white Crellie with a soft pastel Aurora shimmer that shifts between pink and gold. It's packed with red glitter in various shapes and sizes and iridescent chameleon flakes. So we have the hearts, which are super cute. You've got squares. Miss Jen's in here. We're both square lovers. And then, of course, you have some different sizes. And then you have the iridescent flakies you can see shifting in there, along with the shimmer, our pink gold shimmer. This is really cute. It is very much Valentine's iconic here. I also feel like that might be a pink heart, maybe? Do we have pink and red hearts? That would be really cute. Regardless, the red hearts are adorable. Shamrock, and do you put the cuticle on before or after you paint your nails? So you definitely don't want to put it on before you paint your nails, because then it'll be on your nail bed and your nail bed will be oily, which will cause the polish not to stick properly. So I personally will, well, if I'm swatching, I do use a hand cream before I swatch, so my hands are, you know, nice and moisturized, but then I will take a Q-tip with some isopropyl alcohol, and I just do my nail bed to make sure it doesn't stick. But as a normal manicure, I will paint my nails, let them dry fully, and then go in with your cuticle brush or your cuticle oil that you like. Like I said, the Colors to Carol one here is a it's a twist style pen, so you have the like brush here, and then I apply it, and then I make sure to get it up underneath my nail as well, because that helps moisturize and keep everything flexible so you don't have breaks either. But yes, it is recommended to do after your manicure. Just make sure your nails are fully dry. Otherwise, like I said, your nail bed will be oily, which will make your polish pop off or just not stick in general. So, all right, between heartbeats, we're going to do our first coat on our swatch wheel. You are so welcome. Thank you for asking. Honestly, y'all, I appreciate any comments, questions. First of all, it makes me feel like I'm not sitting here by myself talking to a camera. But also, I always know that there are people with questions who don't want to ask them. Y'all, we had a heart and I picked it up. There we go. So I feel like anyone who does, you're probably asking a question that someone else has and is not, who's a little afraid to ask. So thank you for asking. So here is our first coat. Now this is a white Crellie base. It's always hard to see those on the swatch wheel, but you know what, y'all, we got a Nikki nail. Maybe we'll do a live finger swatch of this one tonight so you can see the opacity, because it's always hard to tell the opacity on these. But you can see all those fun shaped glitters. There's the squares that love me a square, and we did get a heart on the brush. I didn't do any fishing. I didn't do any digging for that. It just came off, and actually I think there's another heart over here. I think that's a heart. I'm not positive, but super cute. I love you can see that shimmer and all those iridescent flakies. Jen said oiling your cuticles also helps your polish stay pliable, which means a longer lasting mani. Yes, ma'am. Wiz says, this is so pretty. It really is. She said, Valentine's all the way. Same. I was just going to say, it's a very iconic Valentine's polish. Beautiful. Hello, Miss Tammy. How are we tonight? How is painting going on? Mom says, so cute. Laura says, yes, a Chelsea finger swatch. Yes, I am going to, because I do have a naked nail. We're all going to ignore the fact that my undernail is a little bit dirty. Like I said, I was cleaning consoles and controllers literally 3 minutes before my live started. So she's a little dirty. I washed my hands, but we didn't real scrub under the nails. So I didn't want to be late. So I am going to do a live nail swatch. Also keep in mind that this is not my profession. I do not do this. I don't know how people do this on camera. So please keep that in mind while I do this. I'm also not left-handed. So there's that. I'm in the air floating. Y'all, this is just the most awkward thing ever. I don't know how swatchers like Laura do videos. I'm trying to cap the edge. We're not capping the edge. Just ignore the edge. We flooded the cuticle a little bit, but here is one coat. So I feel like this is going to be super opaque and too, like no questions there. It's beautiful. Here's some better lighting. Again, we're ignoring the flooded cuticle. Do I have an orange stick? All right, hold on. Let me see. Can we clean this up just a little bit? Okay, it's not great. There's still glitter over there, but you know what I mean. Carolina says, you're doing a great job. Thanks, Carolina. Occasionally we do an actual nail swatch. I had the small, crazy thought of what if I just painted on my actual nails while we did lives. But then I remembered that would be absurd. And someone gave me a collection that was more than 10. And I'm like, oh, I just don't have enough fingers. So, Becky said, I love that one. Isn't it cute? I really like this one too. You are going to probably want a coat of Colors to Carol's Leveler. That's their glitter smoothing top coat on this one, just because it does have some fun glitters in there, which obviously is going to leave some texture, but easy peasy fix. Jen says my swatch videos are on flat on my desk. Yeah, I just felt like I would have to zoom in really far to do that for y'all. I don't know. Maybe I should have done it that way. I don't know. I was just crazy. Melinda says, oh, so pretty, isn't it? It really is. Thanks, Wish. She said I did a great job. I appreciate it. Mom said, great job. You made it look easy. Well, thanks, because it was not easy. Laura, I definitely rest my hand on the desk. Floating is crazy work. See, and like thumbs, I feel like you have to float, but like because you're in, I don't know. I should have done this and zoomed in. I didn't, but we did it. We got there, y'all. It's pretty. We will do a second coat on this when we get back to it as well. Wiz says, the leveler works perfectly. Yes. Hello, Panda Bee. Welcome in. Yes. Colors to Carol's Leveler, which I have a bottle over here somewhere. There she is. Her leveler smoothing top coat is amazing. Do your whatever coats, 2-3 coats of your Crelly. Let it fully dry. Follow it up with a coat of the leveler, and then Colors to Carol's shiny top coat, which is Speedy Glass, and you're going to have a beautifully smooth, gorgeous, juicy mani. So highly recommend that. That was our first coat of not Written in Petals, that is collection of Between Heartbeats from the Written in Petals collection. I'm going to grab my swatch wheel back so we can do our next polish, which is Hearts in Bloom. And that is this beauty. Melonian, yeah. Why can't I? Dude, I feel like I say your name different every time I try to read it. Melanonia says, I rest my finger on a little jar or something because I feel more accurate across my nail. I get that. I do. When I personally swatch, I put my finger at like the edge of my desk, and then I put all my other fingers down below it, and then my thumbs like this too. So yes, I definitely am a desk watcher, painter. I don't know. I feel like with the camera, I need to be close for y'all, but it has a zoom, and I seem to have forgotten that. Jen said, I did a 2-coat swatch today. Wow, Jen. That's amazing. Melanonia is laughing at me. I don't know why I keep saying your name different every time. All right. Hearts in Bloom is a raspberry Crelly with shifting Aurora shimmer and gold flakies. This is again really pretty. I feel like this collection is definitely hits all those Valentine's feels, very classic Valentine's. And because they are launching January 15th, you should receive these in time to wear them for your Valentine's manis. Okay, here is our first coat. You can see those iridescent chameleon flakies in there. Wait, did I just read the wrong thing? That's not in there. I'm sorry. That's Between the Heartbeats. I totally read the wrong line. We have the gold flakies and Aurora shimmer in this one. Hey, Susie. Welcome. My mom says I'll eventually get Melanonia's name right. Eventually it'll just start rolling out, which is probably why I say it 12,000 times during my life, so I can get it. Shamrock, where'd you get your magnet wheel? Oh, my magnet wheel, wherever I put it, is over here off to the side. This is a Victorian Varnish Glamour gear. So it has bar magnets in both sides, so you can use your finger. You can use this as a finger rest if you want to paint up on there too, but it has bar magnets in each side, so you can do whatever shape you want to move your finger around. And then it does the velvet effect here in the middle. You can even use this side because it does have those magnets built in. So I have 4 of these because I love them for doing my lives. It allows me to show velvet and bar magnets of all these gorgeous magnetics at one time. Okay, back to our gorgeous Hearts in Bloom. Y'all, this is really pretty. Opacity-wise, I gotta remember not to use my index since we have a wet polish on there. Opacity-wise, obviously we're gonna need a second coat here, but it does have that beautiful shimmer, and then you can see the gold flakies already on there. Nails by Wiz, those flakies make my heart flutter. Isn't it pretty? It's very sweet. My mom says, ooh, sparkly roses. Yes, it's really, really pretty. definitely excited to see the second layer of that because I think it's just going to really add a lot of depth to it. So that was our first coat of Hearts in Bloom. And then last but certainly not least in our Written in Petals collection is La Vie en Rose. This is a soft metallic pink with reflective glitter. Ooh, I did not think that this was reflective earlier, so I'm glad that I read directions. All right, here it is with flash. Yes, look at the sparkles in there. Okay, I definitely thought that this was just metallic and it was beautiful like that, but now with those extra sparkles in there, she's gorgeous. I hope I have sunshine tomorrow while I swatch these. Who knows though. All right, let's do our first coat here of La Vie en Rose. Ooh, very pretty. Look at how like sparkly it is with those metallics in there. Very pretty. Again, a little bit thinner on that first coat, but I think the second coat will build it up and then it's going to be even more sparkly with that second coat. This just keeps making me think of tinsel. Like it's just, oh, it's so sparkly, y'all. And then it does have those reflective glitters in it. So we're going to grab that flash again and show, yes, there's those little reflective twinkles. Very pretty. All those little sparkles in there. It's so fun, y'all. With reflective glitter, add that little extra to make polishes even better. Yes, it does. Again, this is another one you're going to want a coat of the leveler or your favorite glitter smoothing top coat on just to really smooth out those reflective glitters. But at this point, I think we all are used to that. So that was our first coat of La Vie en Rose. And again, don't forget that you can pick up the Love Notes cuticle oil with this collection. It is $5.50. It smells delicious. My mom says I'm going to need to borrow that one. We will see. I don't know. We'll see, probably. All right, next we're going to get into our Soft Reset collection. It is the 2026 Winter Crellies. It's 5 polishes. They are $13 each or $63 for the set. Y'all, these are limited edition. She is only making 1 batch of these. Also, I really want y'all to see this collection together. I usually show the full collections, and I didn't do it with the Valentine's one, or Written in Petals. So forgive me. We can go back and do that if you want to. But look at how well these go together. They're so pretty. Y'all, stop trying to roll around. All right. So pretty. I love these. Okay. Let's swatch them. I'm very excited to swatch these. So it is the 4 Crellies, and then there is the topper. Melanonia says, oh my God, the pink. Yes, there's 2 pinks, but they're both super, super pretty. You have a very, very pale pink, and then you have this light pastel pink. Y'all, they're so pretty. I'm very excited to get these on our swatch wheel. So first one we're going to go in with is Clarity. This one is a white Crelly. Okay, I lied, it's not pink. It just looks pink because it has pink glitters in it. This is a white Crelly with micro neon glitter, blue hollow chameleon glitter, iridescent glitter, and silver holographic snowflakes. I don't see snowflakes, but that doesn't mean they're not in there because I just don't see them in the bottle. So when we pull out our thingy, y'all, my brain. We pull out the brush, maybe we'll get a surprise snowflake. Y'all, this is very pretty. You can already see the hollow glitters. Then it also has the iridescent glitter in there. So I'm going to put the flash on here so we can see some extra sparklies happening. I see some squares. Jen, we got squares. If you're new here, I love square glitter. I love Crellies, and Carolina makes the best Crellies. She loads them up with fun glitters, so you never have to fish. You never question if you're going to get one. It's fantastic. All right, let's get a coat on our swatch wheel here. First coat. Hey, look, y'all, we got a snowflake. See? Look, it was a surprise. Okay, I love this. All right. Oh, boy. I totally just tried to do it through the viewfinder. I'm trying to move that snowflake back up. Get back up there. There we go. I usually duck my head under the camera, and I was like totally trying to paint through the camera. Also, you can see there are 2 more snowflakes on that brush. So it is loaded with snowflakes. They just don't happen to have settled on the side of my bottles, which is even better because it means you have a better chance of getting a hold of them when they're not sunk in there. Crystal says, dinner is oven, so I can type again. Love the V-Day collection. It was gorgeous, wasn't it? And we still have Second Coast Stew, y'all, but I love this. This is so cute. Carolina said, shake it. We didn't even have to. Your big glitters always come out. I love it. I love all the snowflake emojis in the comments. If you watch this on the replay, comment a snowflake emoji so I know how far you watched. Plus it's just fun and everybody will get confused why there's snowflakes everywhere. Y'all, this is so cute. Opacity level, obviously we're going to need another coat. I do wish I had a naked nail for y'all to do this on, because a white Crellie is just so much easier to see on a natural nail. Nail by Wes says, oh, that snowflake is a beautiful addition. I love the glitter and the polish. Yes, and because it's hollow, it just sparkles through everything. My mom says, oh, I love the snowflakes. Me too. Wiz sent a snowflake emoji. All right, here it is with flash, because we do have that hollow in there. Look at that snowflake dance. Cute. This is super fun. Super fun. All right, and because I said it and I want to, can I pop a peely? Watch these not come off, y'all. They always come off so easily. Can we get a thumb off? Yes. All right, y'all. We did it. We popped off a peely because I want to see this on a natural nail. So again, here's another live finger swatch, nail swatch. I don't know. It's not on a plastic. These are opaque and 2 easy coats. Yes, I have no problems with Carolina's Crellies being opaque in 2. So I'm going to do it. Again, I'm doing it in air. I know I could have zoomed in, but we didn't. We're doing it live, y'all. Okay, not gonna lie, slightly disappointed I didn't have a surprise snowflake in that one. But we can definitely, is there one on the brush? No, okay, usually I just grab my dotting tool and seal them off the brushes if there is one, and I do want one. Do I have a dotting tool handy? Not really. Ooh, wait, I have this cleanup brush. All right, I'm going in for a second brush to see if we can get a snowflake here. Yes, okay, there is a snowflake. I don't think it's going to focus. There is a snowflake on the brush. So I'm totally just going to take my dotting tool here and off camera because I cannot see through the camera. I'm going to steal that snowflake off the brush. Hello, come here, please. Again, problems with not being left-handed and trying to do everything with my left hand. All right, we are just going to stick that on there. Boom, easy. Now we also have a snowflake. There it is, 1 coat on my natural nail. Now they are shorties, so I don't have a strong visible nail line, but you can see easily that that 1 coat did cover all of that up. This is really cute. Honestly, if you didn't get a snowflake, this would be like super perfect for like Easter and stuff too. So if you wanted to like paint it on and you're like, ooh, I don't want snowflakes, you could easily use a dotting tool to remove a snowflake. Very versatile. I love a versatile polish. We're going to ignore the gold still on my edge there. I did no cleanup before we did this. Super duper cute. So that was our first coat of Clarity from the Soft Reset collection. Also really quick again on the swatch wheel. Cute. All right. Next, we're going into Manifest, which is our pink. Jen said, sorry, I swiped out accidentally at least 2 times alive. It's all good, Jen. Sometimes it doesn't even tell me that you popped back in, which I kind of appreciate because I know I have to do that sometimes too. And it didn't tell me you left or that you came in, although I don't think it's ever told me people leave, but it didn't tell me you came back in. So welcome back. We did another live finger swatch, nail swatch, whatever. This is Clarity from the Soft Reset collection. It's super cute and it surprised us with snowflakes. Okay, Manifest is the next one. It is a soft pink Crellie with hollow chameleon glitter, yellow and watermelon mini stars, and gray hex matte glitter. And I did see those. Look at those little stars, y'all. I love them. You got pink up here. You've got the yellow down here. This is so fun. I love the... Are those hollow glitters? I love these gold hex, like, octagon glitters. They remind me of, like, yeah, they are hollow. They also remind me of, like, foil confetti. I don't know, they're different and they're cute. Snow bunny polish. Yes, that's exactly what it looks like. I even said Easter. So with like the snowflakes and then the pastel like in there, the neon, this is so cute. And snow bunny is a really cute description there, Jen. All right, let's do this on our swatch wheel. Let's get a coat of Manifest on there. Again, I hope we get a star. Okay, here we go. We got a yellow star that I swiped off and a pink star. Look at that. All right, flipping my brush over. Oh, more pink stars. Okay, I will tell you, I was a little heavy with that swatch. I didn't wipe my brush off too much in the hopes of getting some of the big glitters. And boy, did we get them. We got 4 stars there, y'all. Hi, Sun Sand Nails Polish. Welcome in. We are showing off 2 new collections coming from Colors to Carol, Wednesday, January 15th at 9 a.m. Eastern. We have the Written in Petals collection and the Soft Reset Winter Crellies. This one here is Manifest from the Winter Crellies. It's super cute. Here it is, 1 coat. We definitely need a second coat, but as Carolina said, her Crellies are typically very easily opaque in 2 coats. This is beautiful. I love all of the gold glitters in here. It very much makes me think of confetti. And then you have those cute little pops of the stars and then all the iridescent in there as well as that shimmer. Y'all, this is just so cute. So cute. All right, let me grab the flash because we do have hollow in this. When that snowflake and the last one keeps catching my eyes, y'all. Okay. Focusing on Manifest. We are all about manifesting here. Manifesting my ADD to pay attention. You see those hollow glitters in there. So it's hollow chameleon glitters. Very fun. This is super cute. Again, you can see the pink on that white opaque swatch wheel, so we don't need a finger swatch, though if I had it, y'all, I would be doing these Crellies on all my fingers because like these are cute. All right, so that was our first coat of Manifest. Next we are going into Balance, which is our topper. Balance is a clear base with glitter in various shapes and sizes and iridescent chameleon glitter. So I definitely see squares and octagons. And then of course we have our hollow snowflakes. And then we have white snowflakes. I think we have gold hollow and silver hollow snowflakes. Y'all, it is jam-packed. I will say there feels like there's a little bit of settling. So I'm going to take my y'all, we always do this. I can never say it. Where's Nirda? Nirda always gives me a easy way to say it. And I think I wrote it down once and I've moved my cheat sheet, my new cheat sheet out of the way. What do we got? Neodymium. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to use my giant magnet. I'm just going to try and move some of those glitters away from the bottle a little bit. It just grabs the mixing ball. There you go. And it places them back into the base. Now, a big part of this is, again, how loaded Carolina does her Crellies and her glitters. It is packed with glitter. So it's settled a bit, but it really just has so much glitter in there, which means we have the best shot to get all those beautiful glitters without fishing them. I love it. Jen said, I see square ghost glitters. Yes, you do. We love us square glitters. Those are the iridescent chameleon glitters, which are so fun. I've also not seen anyone else use these besides Colors to Carol, so that's another big up for her. All right, here we go. I am going to do it as 2 coats so you can see the buildup of it. I'm just going to go straight in here on the swatch wheel. Look, y'all, we got freaking, 3 snowflakes in that swipe already. I am going to pick them back up and try and move them around. Yes, these are so fun. Okay, I do want to show this over. Okay, I did a bad job up there. Y'all know I stink at getting the top of the swatch. Look at how cute this is. I want to show this on top of something as well, but oddly I have just enough spots on my wheel. So we have Come Get It here from the Comet Get It. This is from the Y'all, my brain, I have no short-term memory. This was their Galaxy collection they came out with. It's absolutely beautiful, but I'm going to throw it over top of this so you can see it. Carolina says this looks amazing over navy blue. Ooh, I bet it does. I'm going to do it over Comet Get It here because I have that on the swatch wheel and I just want to see it. Yes. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, again, we didn't get any snowflakes in that one, so I'm going to go back in and see if I do another pickup. Oh, yes. We got snowflakes galore on the second pickup, so I'm going to steal, again, with my dotting tool. Trying to do this through a camera lens, not great, but I'm just going to pick it up with my dotting tool. Hello, maybe. This is not my typical dotting tool. And then I'm just going to place it down on there. Did we get a second one? Oh, we did. There's a gold one, too. So, boop. All right. So you can see what those look like on the gorgeous teal Celestial Glow collection. Thank you, Carolina. Y'all, I swear I have no memory. Is that not gorgeous over that, though? I really wanted to show it being used as an actual topper. And that combo, I love that. Absolutely beautiful. Now, I don't think we have any hollow besides the snowflakes, obviously, but I am going to show it with the flash because I just want to see what the sparkle is like. And yes, look at those snowflakes. I love that snowflakes are just like little mirrors on there. Super cute. So that's it on its own in one coat. And then here it is with the flash over Comet Get It, which I believe is still available on the site, y'all, if you love this gorgeous Aqua Crellie. And then of course it's beautiful under Balance. Love it. All right, so that was our first coat of Balance. Next, we're going into Unfold, which is a white Crellie with aqua chartreuse and gunmetal metallic shreds, navy hex glitter, and gold micro shreds. I love these shreds in here, y'all. Another like confetti bomb. This is really cool. I feel like there's a lot of schools out there that are blue and gold, and this would be perfect for a school pride mani or sports teams. The Rams are blue and yellow. The Chargers are blue and gold. I'm sure there are other ones out there. The Blues, St. Louis Blues, blue and yellow, blue and gold. So we got some other sports teams this would be gorgeous for too. So Unfold, let's get a coat on our swatch wheel. And I just realized we have another white Crellie, so I may be popping another peely. Hold on. All right, here it is, y'all. It is packed. There is no shortness of glitter and flakes here. I'm trying to there's a big shred there. I'm trying to get it to stay. There we go. All right. So there it is. This is a lot of fun. I said earlier that this went really well with her. I'm trying not to stick my hand in that teal in this one over here. I mentioned this would be beautiful with her Father's Day collection, and I still fully stand by that. She came out with an awesome Father's Day collection last June, and if you have it, I think this would pair perfectly with those polishes. Again, we are on a swatch wheel, so opacity is not easy to see, but I think we'll be fine in 2 coats. And we might as well, if I can get this peely to come off easily. Sometimes they don't come off. Oh, we did it. All right. Let's do a real nail swatch too. Okay, this time we're gonna zoom you in. I also feel like part of why I hover is to keep my hand out of the way, where I feel like if my hand's on the desk, it's in the way. But all right, we're gonna do flat here. Make my life a little bit easier while we do this. All right. Boom. Real life nail swatch, y'all. This is, again, super fun. There was no digging for those glitters or those flakes. They all just came off very easily. It is a milky kind of base, but of course, second coat should build that up with no questions. Really cute. I love the different sizes of shreds in there. So the larger ones are the chartreuse, and then you have the gunmetal ones, and then the navy hex glitters and the gold micro shreds in there too. There's just a fun mix of things in there. Jen said, ooh, I love it. Actually pretty beachy. Ooh, yes, very beachy, kind of mermaid vibes. I could see this with some mermaid stamping with it. Very cute. All right, here it again is on the swatch wheel, so you can see even more of those glitters because I got my little shorties. Only so much glitter fits on the shorties. Very fun polish. Also, all those shreds are sitting beautifully. Nobody is curled or poking up. It is a Crellie that's very loaded though, so yet again, we're going to want a layer of our leveler glitter grabber on here. Just a heads up. So that was our first coat of Unfold. And then last but certainly not least from our Soft Reset collection is Purpose. This is a light teal Crellie with pink metallic shreds, iridescent chameleon shreds, purple and lavender glitter, and silver hollow micro shreds. This is so fun. Again, I'm feeling mermaid vibes with this one. I also feel like this could be a fun non-traditional Valentine's color. Stamp some pink and purple over top of this, or pair it with your pink and purple. Like, is that not really pretty together, y'all? This is, if I could hold it, Hearts in Bloom, by the way. Also, I just realized it didn't zoom back out after I painted on the desk. This is why I don't zoom in. All right, so let's get this on our swatch wheel. Purpose. First coat going on. Again, we got all the glitters without trying. We've got the shreds, we've got the different sized glitters, as well as those iridescent chameleon shreds. I'm very excited to see this one built up. Trying not to touch my wet nails. Excited to see this built up in two coats, because in one, again, we are a little bit on the lighter side, but I think the second one will fully build that up. Beautiful. I love the like flat kind of purple lavender glitters in there. It adds a little pop. They kind of make me think of sea glass. My mom says, ooh. Yes, it's so fun. Got the little pop of the pink shreds. Very cute. All right, so that was our first coat of Purpose. And I don't know why, y'all, but my brain wants to say porpoise. I don't know. It's Purpose, and I know that, but my brain just keeps wanting to say porpoise. First coat of Purpose. Now we're going to circle back into our Written in Petals collection. Again, that one is our 4-piece collection with the option of the cuticle oil. We started everything off with Softly Yours, which was our magnetic. I'm going to grab those swatches really quick. This was the off-white Crellie with orange, gold, fuchsia, green, shifting aurora shimmer, and a silver magnetic effect. So here you have it in 2 coats velvet. And then here is 2 coats with a bar magnet. It's absolutely beautiful. We did show it fully unmagnetized as well, and it's gorgeous that way, y'all. This polish is just stunning. I will do a label shot for anyone who missed it in the beginning, so if you want to grab it now, here it is. Velvet on top, bar on bottom. All right, and now we'll go into our second coat of Between Heartbeats, which is our white Crellie with soft pastel aurora shimmer that shifts between pink and gold. It's packed with red glitters in various shapes and sizes and iridescent chameleon flakes. And somewhere it is on my swatch wheel. Boom, there she is. Jen says, this is an amazing alternative for a silver or white mani, the perfect in between. I agree. That magnetic would be gorgeous for a wedding, whether you're the bride or an attendee. You just want a little bit of extra pop, but it's still a nice, like, gentle mani. Very pretty. Carolina sent a white heart. All right, let's get our second coat of Between Heartbeats on here. I love that name, by the way. All right, going in. Boom. This is so cute, and you can see you can play with it a little bit and mush glitters around. Oop, bumped y'all, sorry. So here is our second coat. Ooh, that shimmer comes through so much more on the second coat. Oh, I'm sticking my hand in things, y'all. This is why I couldn't do live nail swatches. 10 wet nails while we did this would be a disaster for me. You wouldn't see good swatches because by the time we were done, they would just be massacred. This is beautiful though. I love the little hearts. They just add a little extra touch to them. And then you have the iridescent flakies in the background. Beautiful. Let me do a second swatch on my actual nail for y'all so you can see it. I am gonna just really quickly do it. We're gonna float again. I don't know why, but it's what I'm doing. Otherwise, I forget to zoom you back out. All right, here she is. 2 coats on my natural nail, my little shorty. Jen says, love in a bottle. Oh, yes, that's a great description. It is. It's love in a bottle. It's super cute. So here she is. We're going to ignore that glitter. That was from earlier, but still. Pretend I had a cleanup brush and everything was nice and perfect and manicured. It will be for swatches. She is opaque in 2 coats very easily. Very cute. I love how that shimmer picks up. And the iridescent flakies move in the background. Now I didn't get a heart on that pull, but again, you can easily grab a dotting tool and pull one off of the brush or put a little bit on your nail art mat even and do it. And I'm did we get one on the brush? Okay, I don't see one on the brush that time. I'm not going to waste all of y'all's time hunting for a heart glitter because you know they're there and they're super cute. This is so fun. It is very, very iconic Valentine's Day. Again, it is a packed Crellie, so you're going to want a layer of the leveler, a glitter smoothing top coat before you add your glossy top coat to it just to smooth everything out nicely. Here is a bottle shot of 2 coats of Between Heartbeats. Carolina says, I love your short nails. Thank you, Carolina. I'm getting used to them again. One day they'll have some length again, but I had too many breaks to just keep letting them go. So they're shorties. And actually my left hand unfortunately has a really shorty. I did have a split that then I had a disaster on the treadmill and made really bad. And my repair, because it was really short, my repair came off the other day and I caught it on something and it actually ripped the nail off. But we're getting by. We're good. It's just a little bit shorter than all the others. All right. So also anybody wants the actual finger swatch, there it is, 2 coats. Carolyn says shorties are beautiful too. I agree, and I really like the look of these. I think they show polish very well. I can do just about anything I want, y'all, because I don't have to worry about breaking a nail. I like this length's not bad. I like a little bit more than this, but like this one is really short. You can see it. I had some lifting apparently, and then it split. So these are like real short, but it's actually extra short on the side and a little bit tender even from it. But we're making do. We're making do with the shorties. So, okay, that was our 2 coats of Between Heartbeats. Next, we're going to do our second coat of Hearts in Bloom. This is a Raspberry Crellie with Shifting Aurora Shimmer and Gold Flakies. Let's do our second coat on our swatch wheel here. This has almost a jelly vibe to it to me, which is really fun. It makes it kind of just a little bit like wet and squishy. Very cute. Opacity is decent in 2. You might want 3 on this one if you have a strong visible nail line. I wish I had, you know what? Hold on. I wish I had a not deeper color. Okay, here it is over Almost Natural Nails. This one's just a topper. So it's not bad in 2. You may want a 3rd if you do have a strong visible nail line. Carolyn says, what is that glitter topper? This is from Loud Lacquer. I'm sorry, not Loud Lacquer. Loud Babs. What is it called? I just did it today. It's called Still Hear It. It's from their To You From Me collection that just launched on their website. It's a lot of fun. It makes me think of Broken Christmas Balls. It's really cute. Hello, Miss Lobes. Long time no see. So yes, this is really pretty. You may want a third coat if you have a strong visible nail lane or a blurring base coat. I think on my shorties 2 will be fine. You can see that beautiful shimmer. Carolina says it's pretty. It really is. I will let Cassie know that you think so because I think it's super fun. Slips is popping in to say hello. Well, hello. Thanks for popping in. I hope you're doing well. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Well, I haven't seen your handle in a chat in forever. I haven't seen you in way too long. PBE cannot come soon enough, y'all. I'm so excited for PBE. All right, Hearts in Bloom, 2 coats. Here is a label shot for y'all. Super, super pretty pink. It's got that gorgeous iridescent aurora shimmer in there, and then the gold flakes. Next up, we have, y'all, I don't know why I've circled that all the way around, Levee and Rose, which is our soft metallic pink with reflective glitters. So it says, I'm slowly recovering from retail holiday season. Yes, girl, you need all the time off. All right. I totally thought I opened this bottle, but I did not. I only half opened it, apparently. We struggling. All right. Got her. Here we go. Second coat of whatever this is called. Levee and Rose. I don't know why that didn't stick. Y'all, this is super pretty. It's so metallic. It's coming off on camera, I promise, but it is even more sparkly in person. Like, this is such a Barbie polish to me, and I love it. Jen says, Slopes, I do not miss that. Yes, I'm thankful that we run a holiday sale for like a solid chunk of the holidays. So we are crazy. The shop's always crazy, but it's not as aggressive as some places are during the holidays, thankfully. As far as opacity goes, I think we're totally good in 2 coats, especially because it has so much metallic in there. Hi, Kiss Me Marv. Welcome in. Crystal says, gorgeous. Whoop. Okay. Y'all, my light literally did that on its own. Okay. Back to normal settings. I don't know what I swear I didn't hit anything. It wasn't me this time. It just randomly decided to switch to warm. All right. Now, this does have reflective glitter in it as well. So let's grab the flash and show off those sparkles. Yes. Very cute. My mom says, definitely going to need to borrow that. You know, you could purchase it from Colors to Carol and use my code Chelsea for 10% off, which I do not earn a commission on, y'all. It's just a nice little discount that you guys get for watching. It is also Colors to Carol's 13th anniversary. If y'all hadn't seen that today, go Carolina. These are absolutely beautiful. Obviously, we see why she's been around for 13 years. She makes gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. Kiss Me Marv says, very pretty. It really is. So here is a screenshot for y'all. That is 2 coats of Levee and Rose. My mom says, yes, I can do that. You can. Or you can borrow mine. That's fine too. I'm just saying we can all support Carolina and her beautiful polishes. All right. So that is our Written in Petals collection plus the magnetic, and then of course we do have that Love Notes cuticle oil pen, which you can purchase for $5.50 along with the collection. And now we're going to go in and do our second coats of the Soft Reset Winter Crellies. We are starting with Clarity, which is our white Crelly with micro neon glitter, blue hollow chameleon glitter, iridescent glitter, and silver holographic snowflakes. We're going to do our second coat on the swatch wheel as well as on my nail, which we did a thumb. Okay, trying to remember which one I did that on. All right, going in for our second coat here. All right, I did not get a snowflake on that one. A little tip when you're doing Crellies with large glitters, if you store your bottle upside down while you're prepping or what have you, it helps those heavier glitters kind of float to towards the neck of the bottle to make it easier to get those out. Opacity, again, I feel like we're opaque in 2. It's hard to see on the swatch wheel, so I am going to do a second coat on my actual nail. We do have hollow in here, though, so let's show that with the flash. And that snowflake still peeks through. The little hollow pops through there. Very cute. Jen called this a snow bunny polish earlier, and I think that is a completely accurate description. It's so cute. You have those neon glitters, you have the blue hex glitters, and then of course the fun snowflakes. Let me do a second swatch on my thumb here. Maybe, if my hand will get a hold of the brush. All right, second coat on thumb. Floating it. I don't know why I'm painting through the camera. That's a horrible idea. But it's what we're doing. All right. Second coat on the natural nail here. I love all those little teeny tiny hollow glitters in the background, or not hollow glitters, I'm sorry, the teeny tiny neon glitters in the background. They're so cute. It makes me think of cookies, like cookie sprinkles, like sugar cookies with sprinkles on them too. Very cute. And then I'll grab the flash and show the hollow off on here too. Maybe, ooh, okay, this is a little more awkward to do. Okay, you can kind of see them. I did not think that through, and the fact that the flash will be, you get the gist. You get the gist. Very sparkly, very cute, very pastel-y. And I will give you a label shot. Here is 2 coats of Clarity on swatch wheel. I can get it to sit still. And then 2 coats on my natural thumb. Again, you can see this is drying a little bit textured, so we'll just add a layer of Colors to Carol's The Leveler. That's her glitter smoothing top coat before we follow it with their Speedy Glass top coat. Very cute. Next in the collection, we have Manifest, which is our soft pink Crelly with hollow chameleon glitter, yellow and watermelon mini stars, and gray hex matte glitters. Let's get this on our swatch wheel. Another super fun one. I love the pop of the stars in this. And then all the fun glitters. It just makes it super cute. There you are in 2 coats. Have all those beautiful iridescent sparkle in the background of it. Opacity wise, it's pretty good in 2. I feel like, again, this one has an almost jelly vibe to it. So it might have a little bit of a natural nail line through this one. Very cute. This one has the hollow chameleon glitters in it, so I am going to grab the flash again and show that off. It says it makes her think of sweethearts. Yes, I could see that. It's very cute. The stars keep making me think of Suit Sprites from the Studio Ghibli movies and the like little candies that you get. So very cute. I could see some black Soot Sprites stamped on top of this. Lovely. Let's get you a label shot again. That was our second coat of Manifest. And next we're going into that Topper Balance, which is a clear base with white glitters in various shapes and sizes and iridescent chameleon glitters. We of course have those beautiful snowflakes. We did 1 coat. I am going to show it in 2 coats just so you can see what it builds up like. Here is a second coat. Those iridescent chameleon flakies just really grab all the light. Can we see if these are UV reactive at the end? We can totally, if you remind me, Jen. Hello, Sandy. Yes, if you remind me, I will definitely grab the black light and see if and which of these are UV reactive. Hi, Sandy. We are showing off Colors to Carol's new collections launching on Thursday, the 15th at 9 a.m. Eastern. This one here is Balance. It is a topper. It is super, super fun. Super cute. And then that was 2 coats. Here it is in 1 coat over Comet Get It. Such a fun one. I love the way the iridescent chameleon squares really just like shift and change in this. Very cool. All right, let's get y'all a label shot. Of course, this is going to look great over every color. It's such a fun topper, and it is jam-packed with those glitters. Hello, Jess. Welcome, welcome. All right, here is 2 coats of Balance on its own. Oops. And then I will give you all a label shot of it over Comet Get It. Just if anybody wanted to remember that combo. I'm going to try and get the name label in the shot as well. All right. Carolina says some of them are UV reactive. Okay, cool. So yes, if I remember at the end, hopefully, I will show that with the UV light on them so we can see which ones do glow a little bit. Next, we're going to go into Kiss Me Marv says the glitters are so pretty, aren't they? They're just so fun. Let's go into our second coat of Unfold. This is the White Crellie with aqua, chartreuse, and gunmetal metallic shreds, navy hex glitters, and gold micro shreds. Another super duper fun one. I really do like that Jen said it was beachy vibes because I feel that. Hello, Heather. Yes, I definitely feel the beachy vibes with this one. So here is our second coat. I will also do a second coat on my nail since we did the first coat earlier. Again, Carolina, don't play with those glitters and those flakes. They are packed in there. You get them in every single scoop. Opacity, pretty good in 2. I'll show it on the natural nail so you can judge that way as well, but her Crellies tend to be decently opaque in 2, so I love all the different layers of glitters and shreds in this one. There's so many different sizes and shapes. It just gives it so much texture and movement. Jen says, Mary Sandberg names them. I describe them. Just kidding. I mean, you do come up with some good descriptions, Jen. You do. And Mary, y'all, Mary does get those names down. I don't know where she comes up with them, but she comes up with some of the best names. All right, let's do our second coat here on the finger. I'm going to try really hard to do it without flipping y'all off the whole time. I don't really know a great way. Like, I want to, like, do this, but... All right, going in, second coat. We are floating in air again because that's what I do here, apparently. I don't know. Live fingernail swatches are very hard. All right, we did it. It's not perfect, but it's on there. And it's got tons of flakies and glitters, y'all. Definitely feel like it's opaque in 2. Again, just like with any Crellie, if you have a super, super strong visible nail line, you may want a blurring base coat or a third layer. It's really up to you. You could also use a white base if you didn't want to deal with 2 or 3 coats. But for me and my shorties, we will do 2 coats. Carolina says, LOL. Jen would love this one so much. Me too. Jess says, love it. Yes, it's so fun. My mom says, love that. It's very cute, y'all. It's got a very fun vibe to it. I'm feeling such confetti to it. I feel like if you've got a kid graduating this year and this is their school colors, like that's a perfect celebratory manicure. Very cute. All right, let me give you label shots. We've got second coat of Unfold. And then a nail shot for anybody who wants it. Again, like I've mentioned all night, these Crellies are packed with glitters and flakies and all the good stuff. So you're gonna want a layer of the leveler or whatever smoothing glitter top coat you use before you top it with your shiny top coat. All right, and last but not least, we have Purpose, which is our light teal Crellie with pink metallic shreds, iridescent chameleon shreds, purple and lavender glitter, and silver hollow micro shreds. Just says, I'm due a giant CDC order recommended to my Aunt Nora during the sale, and she bought basically everything that I've ever wanted. I've never been so envious. I was a little angry, actually. Just kidding. Yes, you definitely need a big order. And again, if you use that code Chelsea, you guys will get 10% off of your purchase. It doesn't stack with other codes, and it is not an affiliate code. So I do not earn anything by y'all using it. It's just a little discount that Carolina has whipped up for those who watch my lives. I appreciate it. Here is the second coat. It is also Colors to Carol's 13th anniversary, y'all. So definitely go show these collections and all of her other beautiful work some love. Y'all, look at how much depth that got on the second layer. Like we're good and opaque. I'm trying not to get the other nails on stuff. I feel like opacity is totally good there in 2 coats. This is super fun. Again, I feel like mermaid vibes with this one. Very like a Little Mermaid-esque with the teal and the purple. Of course, we have the hollow micro sheds, so we'll grab the flash in just a second. Super fun. All right, grabbing that flashlight, showing off the hollow. There's our sparkles, our rainbows. Another super fun one. The whole collection is super fun, y'all. If you love Crellies, this collection is definitely for you, and Carolina does them correctly. You never question if you're going to get glitters or flakies or anything. Every swipe has everything jam-packed in it, and they're amazing. Jen says, this is like Pastel Barney. All right. See, I can't see... I know everyone thinks green and purple and Barney, and I do too, but it has to be the right shades. Like, I only think of it if it's a dark purple and a dark green. Any other color, and I can associate with anything else, which is weird because anything like green and yellow, I auto think Minions. It doesn't matter what shade. But Barney, to me, has to be the right colors. Jen says, in a great way, of course. Of course, we love Barney. There's nothing down here about Barney. All right, here it is. Your label shot. 2 coats of Purpose. Maybe. There we go. Dresses. I'm getting like Art Deco Miami vibes. Ooh, yes. With the like pink metallic shreds in there. Yes, Jess. Yes, Jess. Sorry. Oh boy. I'm a mess. Yeah, no, I totally get that, Jess. That's such a good thought there too. I love it. I feel like so many of these are perfect for Valentine's Day, but also perfect for spring and Easter. So like definitely multi-purpose collections here. I love it. All right, so that is all of our swatches. I'm going to zoom y'all out just a little bit so you can see our info sheet as well as tonight's swatches. Boom. And let me grab the magnetic that we showed earlier. The Softly Yours from the Written in Petals magnetic. So that goes over here with our pinks. Maybe if I can get it to stay. Potentially. All right, and then of course we also have the cuticle oil. It's kind of on screen, right? She exists. That is part of the Written in Petals collection. It's $5.50 as an add-on with it. So yes, Jess, you are a mess. See all the rhymings, all of it. We're a poet tonight, Jess. We're making haikus. I don't know if that's actually haiku. I don't think that's a haiku, but I'm just saying we're writing our own poetry tonight. All right, here is all the info sheet plus all the polishes I showed off tonight, including, I mean, if anybody wants, we got the finger swatches too. So if anybody wants to screenshot the information that I showed off tonight, again, January 15th, 9 a.m. Eastern. So set your alarms. That is Thursday. That is just a couple days away. So start saving up, start pulling money from here and there, selling your soul, doing whatever you have to do to purchase all of these gorgeous, gorgeous polishes. All right, let's flip y'all around. We can chat for a second, and then I'm going to let you all go. Carolina says, thank you so much, everyone. She's also laughing at me and Jess's rhyming going on. And she says, thank you to me. You are so welcome, Carolina. Thank you for sending these to me and letting me show them off to everyone. I'm very excited to start swatching them tomorrow. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. They are seriously so beautiful. Thank you all for hanging out with me tonight. If you watched the replay and you didn't hear the little emoji to leave in the comments, let me know, are you a traditional Valentine's color person or do you prefer the other ones? Ooh, Carolina says UV light. You are right. So yes, leave me a comment. Do you like traditional V-Day colors or are you non-traditionalist? And I'm going to flip you back around because Carolina reminded me to show these under a UV light. So we're going to do that. All right, flipping y'all back around. Boom. Thank you. See, I told y'all my brain doesn't remember stuff. But if you remember it and remind me, we get there. All right, I'm going to turn off this light. I'm going to grab, I hate my UV flashlight. It's such a pain. All right, let me turn off a few other lights here and see. Okay, we got to pick up the wheel. So what we got? I mean, it's a white Crellie base, so kind of technically not too much. Ooh, what is that one there? Okay, that one is gonna be Clarity. Yes, that one is Clarity. And then this one here, ooh, look at the stars. They kind of get like an outline. Do y'all see that? Hello, Mighty Forge. Welcome. Kiss Me Barb says she's a traditional Valentine's color person. Me too. I feel like the anti-Valentine's stuff people are really into or tend to be darker, and I don't wear a lot of dark stuff. Okay, so this one here is Manifest. Balance, because it has those white glitters. Those are picking up the UV a bit. Unfold doesn't really. Purpose does have a little bit of a glow. I mean, if I'm really close, you can see it, but it does have a little bit of a glow with the UV there. But the neon one, Clarity, she definitely gets some UV pickup there. I'm curious. I'm going to show it. Whoop, so sorry. I'm going to show it on my natural nail so we don't have any of that white opacity wheel showing up. Yes, look at those fun glitters in there. They're so small, so they kind of look like twinkles. Very cute. Love it. And the other ones, because they're white Crellies, they kind of glow, but they don't have the same effect. Very cute. Okay. Now we're going to flip you back around. I'm not going to turn the lights back on because we're just going to pop off in here in just a second. So, Jen says, I love the anti-Valentine's Day, but like not too dark. Lots of blood red. Yes. So I said I wasn't going to turn that on, but it's so dark, y'all. Yeah, no, and I don't wear a lot of red either. So like, I like the pinks and the purples and some of the pastel-y vibes and the glitters. That's my Valentine's vibe. So, yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what your Valentine's vibe is. Are you into Valentine's Day? Maybe you don't like Valentine's Day. Just let me know. Leave a comment so we can chat. And for everyone who hung out with me tonight, thank you for watching. And I will see everyone in the next one. Bye.